Hey, what's up guys, this is Nish for Tech and Travel, and in this video we will be going over the first impressions of the phone which has been taking the mobile industry in India by storm, the Xiaomi Mi 3. Now this review will be mainly in two parts. One will be its features and advantages and the other will be some of its disadvantages. Now we shall start off with the features cum advantages of this phone. Now the first and the most significant advantage of this phone is its price itself. This phone starts at 14,000 rupees. Now 14,000 rupees would still to some people look a bit much because of such a competitive mobile market nowadays. But actually guys, you will get a lot more of everything with this phone. Now this phone has a Qualcomm Snapdragon 800 processor in it, and just to prove how important this is, most other smartphones that have a Qualcomm processor are quite further up in the price range, some of them even more than double the price of this phone. Now coming on to the display of this phone, it is a 1920 by 1080 pixel display. In other words, it is a full HD display having 441 pixels per inch. Now in comparison to this, the iPhone 5s, which costs about 50,000 rupees, has 326 pixels per inch only, and the Samsung Galaxy S5 has a PPI of 430, which costs around 35,000 rupees. So I'll say this fact is quite interesting guys. Now coming on to the camera of this phone, it has a 13 megapixel primary rear facing camera and a 2 megapixel front facing selfie camera, and both capture 1080p photos. The rear camera also shoots video at 1080p. It has an f2.2 aperture with a wide angle lens, and believe me guys, bigger aperture with wider lens and a bigger sensor clubbed with a good image processing software are much more important for having a good photo rather than simply having more megapixels. Now coming on to the battery guys, this phone boasts a quite decent 3050 milliamp hour battery. Now 3050 milliamp hour I feel is just enough for a full days of use, and I'm only saying this because of the other things like the processor and the high definition display are going to be quite heavy on the battery usage front. Oh, and this also has 2 gigs of RAM, so lag shouldn't be a problem. Now this phone has all other frills also which are quite common like Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. But what is not so common is that this phone has NFC. Now how Xiaomi was able to do this, I do not have a clue. Last but not the least, this phone is 144mm in length, 73mm wide, and weighs just 145 grams, so weight should not be an issue at all. Now these were some of the features and jaw-dropping specs of this phone, but sadly there are some problems with this phone as well guys. Statistically speaking, 10% of the people on an average are having a problem with their devices, mainly hardware, and some of the problems are software related. Now the main problem with this phone seems to be with the earpiece and the mic. Some simply did not work, and others that did, in some the voice quality was quite poor. Others had a SIM tray issue as if it was totally jammed, and some other guys had touchscreen as well as battery issues. However guys, I feel that all these problems are manufacturing defect and hopefully should be resolved by replacement of the phone simply. These things are sadly easier said than done. I know that guys. I'm also an Indian. Now another small little issue I feel is that it is not running 4.4 KitKat. All the recently launched phones priced somewhat in this bracket are running 4.4 KitKat. I don't know why this phone is not running, but I guess maybe a future update will be possible for this. So that was all guys for this video. I hope you liked it. Please hit the thumbs up button and also subscribe to my channel for more content like this in the future. And until my next video guys, this is Nish saying peace out.